Hello, I'm Anne Fitzgerald. I've been a leader in the club industry for over 10 years now and have come to understand the great diversity that exists around clubs in New South Wales and also the passion that many of the directors have for their corporate governance responsibilities and their clubs. I would like to welcome you to this Future Director training module. You've obviously clicked into this module because you are interested or want to explore further the possibility of becoming a director of a registered club, or perhaps somebody has suggested that you'd be great for the role. Whatever the case, thank you for tuning in, because I really hope that this session will provide you with some very interesting and helpful information about what it means to be a club director. It's a very unique role, and this module aims to take you through some of the roles and responsibilities and the expectations of the role, get you thinking about whether you would like to contribute at a governance level to this very unique industry. And finally, I guess, just outline the uniqueness of clubs and the club industry.
Hello, I'm Keith Gomes. I've been a club director for just over 8 years now. During this time, it has been very interesting, challenging, but above all else, very rewarding. The most valuable part of being a board director for me has been learning more about my fiduciary duties, specifically the topic around corporate governance. In my last 30 years in the corporate world, I've been able to add value to the boards that I've been on, mostly around delivering on insights and experiences. I also know that there are many directors who have found it very rewarding.
I've been associated with clubs since I was 16, playing golf with a bush club at a little place called Cranback. I've been associated with clubs through sport, through the creation of a now national rugby league team. So it seemed a natural progression. I had a very good opportunity to see what clubs do around the industries from the time I was a pimply-faced kid to a grey-haired 63-year-old. And that in itself keeps you fired up and encourages you to be a part of it, because it's a great industry to be part of.
To rise through the ranks here at Clubs New South Wales to the position of CEO, and I'm honoured to be in that position, and I'm challenged by it every day. So my job is to make sure that clubs are looked after, to talk to politicians and other people in Australian life who have an influence on our industry and try to get the best possible outcomes, and that's the best job that I can think of.
I think the good people I come across day after day after day in this industry is one of the key motivators for me. I go all around the state, and I think Willie Post, or one of the American aviators, said I'd flown around the world, I never met a man I didn't like. Well, I can't really say that, but generally you can. The people in this club industry are terrific. They're what make it, and they're what give you a bit of feedback. But I asked a guy a question before I stood for election to start this about what he thought, and he's really whether he thought I'd handle the job. And I respect this guy. And he said to me, mate, I think you would have no trouble at all handling it. He said, you've got to realise it's a bit of a thankless job that you're taking on. And I just took that for what it was, but it's not. It's not a thankless job at all. People really appreciate the work that goes in, particularly during tougher times. Might be different a bit when there's not such a focus on the industry, but to see those people, and they're all just grassroots sons and daughters of the soil, all chipping in for these clubs, which in themselves are terrific community institutions. That's all the motivation you need. You don't need anything else. You see what clubs do: kids running out to play sport, clubs helping diggers. You know all the good that clubs do. That motivates you.
I'm motivated by the challenge. It's a challenging job, a difficult environment. Clubs are in the business of providing community facilities, but it's around gambling, the consumption of alcohol, smoking. These are really challenging things that governments look at and communities change their mind on. So the goalposts move, and we need to be ahead of that if possible. So professionally, it's ultra challenging. I get a great deal of personal satisfaction out of responding to the needs of my members, our clubs and their members, and winning for the good guys. I think that clubs and their members are the good guys, and I really like working for them.
Clubs have been significantly contributing to their communities across New South Wales for more than 150 years. Each is unique in their own way. They have their own core purpose. There are golf clubs, bowling clubs, leagues clubs, RSLs and community and sporting clubs. The value, the collective value, in fact, that these clubs make to the New South Wales economy has been independently valued at over $1 billion per annum.
The club industry in New South Wales plays a very important role in society, providing not only a source of fun and entertainment for millions of members, but helping organisations like the New South Wales Institute of Sport achieve its goals. For the past 10 years, Clubs New South Wales has been our principal partner, providing more than $1 million in financial support every year. We also receive funding and assistance from individual clubs around the state. These same clubs also support hundreds of other community, sporting and charity organisations.
Clubs contribute an enormous amount to our community. One such program is a program called Max Potential. It provides support for high school students to develop their leadership skills, and in turn giving back to the community the skills that they've developed during this program. It's effectively creating future value, which is significantly above and beyond what we would traditionally do in providing sponsorships and subsidised programs. Turn in your notes to Activity 1. Enjoy the read about clubs in New South Wales as you reflect on your own club's history.